So this is my bedroom and also my stop motion studio. I don't want to wait to make something based on space and time and blah blah blah. I have a 1-year-old and I need to work. I wanted to show how I set up my studio space at home. So there's no excuses and no waiting. It's just lights, camera, some puppets, and half a bedroom. So I'm gonna say, just don't overthink what you're doing. Just set it up. Pick a spot you can control and then start there. So I've had to corner off mine with dressers because or else my little one will come in and ruin everything. And I love him. I do, but bad stuff will happen. Just kidding. I wouldn't do anything. You might have to rearrange some furniture. I had some extra dresser drawers which worked equally as storage space. So I make sure that I label everything because otherwise I don't remember where anything is. And then I just spend more time looking for stuff than I do anything else. Because I also have a 1.5-year-old. He likes complete darkness. So we had already blacked out the curtains, but I can leave a link below for you to be able to find the blackout curtains that I got as well. They're massive because this is a massive window. I started with lighting. So my lighting, I have 3 lights set up and they're newer LED lights. They're just like panels with barn doors and they have different Kelvins so you can go warmer or cooler or whatever. I think it ran me at like $200. I can leave a link as well for these to be able to purchase them. I got them a long time ago, so I'm hoping that it's still available. Anyway, I'm sure there's whatever. You just look on Amazon. The stands come with it, so you don't have to worry about the setup. So it's all just in one. They're all plug-in, so they're all plug-in. I believe you can hook them up to Dragon Frame where you can control them with your remote, but I don't have that luxury, which is fine because it doesn't have to be perfect. Here's a good lesson. Don't plug an extension cord in without unraveling it first. As you can see, that's what I'm doing, and I'm too stubborn to unplug it and unravel it. And I do this 3 more times during the setup, so just don't do it. It's silly. You'll have the key light or a bright light, which is the one at the front here. And then, so that will illuminate all of the subjects. So all of the puppets will be lit. And then you have a dim kind of fill light, which comes off to the side, which is this one over here. And that one's just to fill in, like soften the shadows and whatnot. And then there's a backlight, which kind of outlines your puppet. So it kind of gives it a lift from the background, which makes it look really nice and in my case, a little bit more realistic, but maybe that's not your goal, but it does kind of outline it so it sticks out farther from the background, doesn't mesh in between. I use a little Manfrotto desk tripod, and I have a Canon 90D that's hooked up to my Dragon Frame. I have an extra tripod on the other side of a desk one, just in case I want to set up a second camera, and then I always have my larger tripod standing by just in case. So if you want to be super secure, I would tape down your tripods to make sure that they don't move. Make sure the camera's secure on the tripod, and also make sure your standing tripod is weighted down either with whatever books or if you have sandbags. I don't. If you have sandbags, then you can use sandbags. If you don't have a tripod, you can improvise with like books or boxes, anything, but make sure that camera is locked down. So if you just have your phone, then just make sure it's locked down. The shot matters more than the gear, obviously. The table I have, luckily, was left here, and it's like this super heavy table that's not going anywhere. It is not at the proper height where I'd want it, so I have to sit while I animate, which usually I would prefer to stand. So you want a table that's kind of higher up. So when you're standing, it's like kind of at your level. So this might give me some back problems, but what are you gonna do? Yoga, that's what you do. So I usually have a 24 to 70 lens on, just because it has such a wide range, and then I kind of stay in the middle between 35 and 50. It's a Canon zoom lens, but this is just about setup. So whatever lens you got, use it. This is kind of where the fun happens. So I've got my puppets, props, and tools and storage all crammed on the table, which is fine because it's about function, not really aesthetics, obviously, by this fancy video I'm doing. Whatever works. I usually have a backdrop behind there. I didn't have a chance to set it up yet. I did have like a dresser drawer that I had, like all the walls. That worked really well. So if you have a dresser drawer that, or somebody, you just see one on the side of the road, like just steal one of the drawers, rip the front off, there's your walls. I like to have my old sets and whatnot set up, just like as inspiration of what I've done, and also my certificates and stuff to remind myself that I am capable and that I am able to do all these things. Yeah, just get making and creating, and that's it.